Live from Mesquite Creek Outfitters in beautiful downtown Georgetown, Texas. This is the Eagle Nation Coaches Show with head coach Chuck Griffin and the voice of your Georgetown Eagles, Wally Harmon. Thanks for joining us tonight, and here's Wally. Welcome to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. I am obviously not Wally Harmon, the voice of the Eagles. Wally is out of town and headed to Las Vegas right now as we speak. But I'm Kelly DeVoll and sidekick Dave England, Doppler Dave, bringing you the Coaches Show tonight. A little bit different backdrop tonight, not at Mesquite Creek Outfitters as it normally is. Thursday night ball game this week with the Georgetown Eagles traveling to Bible Stadium to take on the Leander Lions. So since it's a Thursday game, Coach wants to be at the sub-varsity home game, so we're hosting this out here tonight at the stadium. You can see in the background we've got the Leander and Georgetown sub-varsity. Is this freshman or
That's
sophomore?
JV tonight.
JV tonight in town. So we are excited to be out here and having the show out here. Big win last week, Dave, for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Nice statement victory that they've desperately needed to go 2-0 in district. And talk about your feelings on that victory over Hendrickson last week.
You know, it's good every week 1-0 like the coaches always talk about, but to be 2-0 in district now. Hendrickson came to town. It was homecoming for us, and so I think it builds confidence. We saw a lot of time for Noah Boris to be able to distribute the ball, and a lot of good offensive productivity, and our defense again just shutting things down. So it's always nice to get the win at home at Birkelbach. It's good. So
yeah, we wanted to have that win, and they came out and dominated the game.
Yeah,
some mistakes, and I talked to Coach, and you folks will see that at the pregame interview on the broadcast tomorrow night. Don't forget, tomorrow night. And Coach and I talked about it. This team still hasn't put together their best game, and there's a lot of room for improvement. Even though they've had a dominating win last week, there were still areas for improvements. A couple of mistakes on special teams. Couple of big plays that Hendrickson was able to bust, and a lot of things to work on, but still able to dominate that Hendrickson team. And you can't talk about that domination without talking about the defense first.
Yeah.
What a tremendous the first first 3 games, no turnovers in the first 3 games that the defense was able to convert on. 5 in the last 2 games.
Right. They definitely have begun to win the turnover battle, and they've been cleaning everything up on all sides of the ball. And each week you're seeing steady improvement, and even in the offensive line you're seeing that improvement. So that's one of the areas we wanted to see improved to give Noah more time. So the defense is showing out and having a blast, and nice pick 6 or actually an interception by Luke Hawley. So that's good. So yes, turnovers. We're winning turnover battles. That's important. And I think it's building some confidence, too, for these young men. And they just keep getting better and better, and that's what the coaches, I think, are challenging them, is to keep getting better and better each week.
Yeah, and last week, Landry Leggett was able to get back on the field, got that hand clubbed up, got that cast going. He was a part of 3 turnovers last week.
And then A&M Consolidated.
At A&M Consolidated, sorry.
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago. And then last week at Hendrickson was all over the field, along with – big number 99, Michael Valenta out there just wreaking havoc. The defensive backfield did a tremendous job. Yep. And then that set it up for the offense. And Noah, Andrew, that whole gang on offense, moving the ball around, a lot of people having their hands on the football, and that just bodes well for –
It's just nice when your defense can get the ball back into the offensive hands real quick.
Yep.
So that works out well for everybody.
Well, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to get Coach Griffin over here and have a conversation with him. Stick with us. The Eagle Nation Coaches Show, sponsored by Mesquite Creek Outfitters. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Live from Mesquite Creek Outfitters in beautiful downtown Georgetown, Texas. This is the Eagle Nation Coaches Show with head coach Chuck Griffin and the voice of your Georgetown Eagles, Wally Harmon. Thanks for joining us tonight, and here's Wally. Welcome back to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, sponsored by Mesquite Creek Outfitters, 704 South Austin Avenue here in beautiful downtown Georgetown. We are not there tonight. We are out here at the field with the Thursday night game, the new tradition of having the Coaches Show out here. Coach, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here.
Glad to be here. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you.
Hey, great win last week against Hendrickson, an overall team win. Tell the fans a little bit about your thoughts on that game last week.
You know, I just really fired up. We kind of hit on all cylinders the other night. Offensively, defensively, good plays in special teams, and we had a couple of big returns, special teams wise. Had another turnover, big interception return. And offense was able to put up some points. So, man, really proud overall. We challenged them on the week, especially offensively. We kind of had a rough practice during the week offensively about, hey, we got to get better. We got to step up to the plate of what our defense is doing. And so, we challenge them on the idea behind that is one play at a time. Like, you got to have a 1-0 rep, and then the next rep, you got to have a 1-0 rep, and that kind of mindset. And man, they were able to go out and do that Friday night, and really fired up, paid off the work they put in that week, and excited about what they did.
A&M consolidated on defense, really good defense over there, and they kind of held our offense a little bit, stifled the output a little bit, but when it counted, we were able to turn it over.
Absolutely.
Completely different-looking offense last week. We'll talk about the defense in just a few minutes, but Noah was able to captain this team and move that ball around.
Yeah.
Talk about having all those weapons.
Just having weapons on the outside that can make things happen, and Andrew, of course, is huge, and Noah is huge, and we played well up front the other night. Had a couple of offensive linemen who'd been sick and out all week or some of the week and stepped up and played extremely hard the other night, even though they were sick, and just made some things come together. So, when you have Noah throws a couple and he ran one in, and you got Petter, he ran some in, he caught one, and he threw one. So, that's – He kind of got everything done the other night. So,
is he going to punt next week?
Yeah, he's going to kick. Sophomore year he did punt for us. When Darson hurt his toe, he did punt for us his sophomore year. So I guess he's done it all.
I guess you could put him on an edge on defense. Put him in linebacker
Yeah, he
position.
plays some linebacker. I guarantee he could. So, yeah.
So, which leads us nicely to the defensive side of the ball. The defense was stifling.
Yep.
Gave up a couple of big plays, but again, another stifling defense, and that speed really showed.
Yeah, we're playing really well right now defensively, and our defensive front, Michael and Urban up front, and Dylan and Caleb and Jake, we got a whole rotation in the defensive line that's rolling through there, and those guys are doing a tremendous job. And then you watch our linebacker core, man, they're just making tackles after tackles and playing really well. And even in the back end, we didn't give up any pass yards and had an interception, so they did a good job as well.
It just feels like the defense has just been improving, and the offense as well. But everybody's been improving each week. They learned a lot in non-district, and that's boding well for district play. And then, it just constant improvements. But the defense seems to keep getting the off ball back to the offense, and allowing them. They've got Coach Beatty's got some time to work out the wrinkles. The defense is always going to get the ball back.
Yeah, like I said, our defense has kind of carried us and done a great job, and offense is figuring some things out and getting better and better. And man, when they give you the ball like that, and that's really good. You get a lot of possessions.
When you're able to rotate those guys in, like on defense, down in the trenches, a lot of people I don't think understand the battles that are going on down there and the physicality of it.
Yeah.
Being able to rotate like that not only keeps them fresh for the game, but for the season.
Yeah.
Fewer nicks and dings. Talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. Just having those guys that can rotate through, and we've got some depth at linebacker. We've got some depth in the secondary. We got some depth. I think we played 4 corners the other night, maybe 5 on the night. Played 3 different safeties pretty regular. We've got about 6 linebackers that are playing, and then about 6 guys up front that are playing. So having that depth, that might be the biggest. I would imagine it's the biggest offensive line we'll play all year. So they were good football players, and for our defensive line to be able to be fresh and continue to play was really big.
So let me back up just a second. the uniform geek in me just loved that white helmet, that blue jersey, and those white pants.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
We are excited about that. You know, our parents did a great job. Our blue helmets, they run out this year. So last year we can use those, the majority of them. And so we had to do some fundraising in the spring, and they did a bunch of fundraising for that. And then I actually worked with Rydell, and they did their whole magazine shoot. It was a lot of work on me, but they did a whole magazine shoot. So they gave us a big grant towards some equipment, so we were able to sneak those helmets in and and somehow got it done without anybody knowing, which was really good.
Well,
so
I saw your reveal video too.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. So fired up about those.
I don't want to say it influences the play, but how much fun is it for the kids to be able to switch uniforms around like that?
I'm an offensive guy, you know, so, I mean, my mindset's always been, you know, you look good, you feel good, you play good. And so, you know, I think now in their day and age, I mean, that's huge. They love it. It makes them feel good about themselves. Does it really matter? No. You know, but these guys, it's awesome for them to have it and have that experience.
Well, I won't give away my age and talk about the leather strapping inside the helmets we wore, because we really had some of that garbage still left.
Oh, yeah.
That hurt. So coming up this week, Leander Lions, we go over to AC Bible Stadium and play over there. On paper, which is irrelevant. Irrelevant. Talk about what you're looking for.
You know, when you look at them, they're 1-4. You think, oh, man, they're not very good. But, man, they are. Like, College Station's top 3 or 5 program in the whole country, you know. In the whole state. Those guys are really good. And at the end of the first quarter, I mean, it's 21-14. I mean, they went up 7-0. They went up 14-7. I mean, they played with them. So they're a dangerous football team. They've got a couple of weapons offensively that can get out and score when they're in the open field. They're big, you know, up front. They really remind me of us up front in the offensive line. They're pretty good size, and they're playing pretty well. And, you know, defensively, they play some man coverage. And man coverage can either make it a really long night for you on offense or a really fun night on offense, you know. And so you got to be able to handle that man coverage. So they present some really good challenges for us this week.
And their quarterback does a good job, really good job of distributing the ball around. So it's going to be every man's going to have to take care of their assignment.
Yeah. He's a good football player. So, everybody's going to have to be on top of their game and do what they're supposed to do for sure.
And then they got a couple of skill players one in particular that runs from the backfield, catches balls out of the backfield.
He does. He does everything. He's kind of their petter. He lines up outside. He lines up in the slot, lines up in the backfield. They hit him the jet sweep. They throw him the ball deep. They kind of do everything with him, for sure.
So you always find creative ways to challenge the kids every week. With them being 1-4, what's your challenge this week for the youngsters?
You know, our challenge this week was we got to get better. Like, it really doesn't matter who we're playing. Our goal is long range. Our goal is to play in the postseason. Our goal is to have a successful, you know, district play. So we got to get better. You know, regardless of who we're playing, regardless of what the record is, it doesn't matter. You know, we've got to get better. And that's been that 1-0 mindset, you know, kind of blue-collar mindset of just coming to work every day and getting better and better.
How have the practices this week gone?
They've been good. You know, compressed week, kind of short. We actually had our Thursday morning this afternoon. You know, so compress everything together a little bit, but they've been good.
That doesn't seem to throw the kids off a whole lot when you play Thursday game.
Our coaches do a really good job of planning that and setting that up. You know, who you feel for is like these guys, these JV guys, they practiced this morning. And now they're out here playing. And, you know,
they're young, Coach.
It's pretty tough on those guys. But they realize their role in the program, how important it is to make sure that we're prepared. And, you know, they're playing well tonight. They got 35 points on the board right now, so they're playing good.
So talk about the development with these teams. You got five high school teams playing. Talk about how that helps develop the program.
That's huge. We need that because we'll have guys that are seniors that step in and play. And, you know, one I like to talk about is Logan Gegelman last year was offensive lineman of the district. You know, he was that's the other coaches voting on him being the best offensive lineman in the district. And he was a freshman B team player and a JV B team player and then a JV silver player as a junior and then finally played on the varsity as a senior. And had he not had all those reps and had 30 games under his belt, he's not ready to play as a senior. So that's really huge for these guys to go out and make sure they're playing every week. So we try to make sure they play a full schedule. And it's been pretty easy in this district we're in. Sometimes you get a district and that's hard to do, but man, it's been good for these guys to get out and go play every week.
And some of these guys are running scout team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they all run scout team. That's just part of it. When you're a JV kid, you're gonna run scout team against the varsity and kind of line up in the other team's offense or the other team's defense primarily. So they come to work in the morning. They come later than our varsity kids do, but they get out there on the field and they line up their own scout team for us, and they come back and they kind of walk through all their stuff after school to make sure that they're ready to go. And man, it's a challenging workout for them.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah.
How's all the freshmen and all the JV teams? How are their records? How are they doing this year?
They're doing well. This team here is undefeated. They haven't lost a game yet. Our JV silver team is 4-1, I believe. Our freshman white team is 4-1. And then now our freshman blue team has struggled a little bit, but they had some injuries early and some guys that missed early in the season. And they kind of clicked together and got their first win last week, and we have really high expectations for them. They just struggled a little bit and had to get some things together, but they played really well last week and had a good week of practice this week too.
It's been fun coming to these games, and we always encourage people to come out to even the JV games because you're going to see the rising stars in the program,
sure.
and you're going to start to hear those names that you're going to hear on Friday night.
Yeah.
Who are a couple of the kids on the scout team that have really stood out in their work and making this team better?
Yeah, we got
talk about putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I mean we do this every week. So we pick 2 offensive, 2 defensive guys every week that are doing a great job for us. And Caleb Hennessy is one of our centers. Gus Papacostantino is one of these quarterbacks here. Does a great job running scout team quarterback.
Gus is also supplying photos for us.
There you go.
So
there you go. And yes, he is.
How do you say his last name?
Papa Constantino.
Okay.
All right. We call him Papa.
Okay.
Papa.
So, but he's doing a really good job. We got guys down there, Liam Nelson and Dinger, and some guys down there doing a really good job. And then defensively, Jihad Abner is a corner. Tennyson Dean is a linebacker. Caden Shearer, defensive end. Those guys, man, we have a lot of guys. I mean, really, I'm going to leave a lot of guys out because they all do a good job showing up every day and doing so.
If Tennyson is as big as his dad, I wouldn't want to get hit by him.
Well, he's not yet, but he's still in a 2-point stance.
You got the
so he's still in a 2-point stance.
He's got the frame.
Yeah.
He's like a puppy, got big paws.
Yeah.
If he grows into the paws, he'll be a monster. Well, Coach, we're excited about the game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Of course, Wally's not going to be here, so folks are stuck to me. You can put the mute on if you want, but it is what it is. But we're excited, and we want to thank you so much for making us a part of this team and being so open with us and giving us access. It really helps us highlight these student athletes.
Well, I mean, I appreciate what y'all do. You guys do a tremendous job, and it's cool. My whole family all over the country watches every week. I send them the link, and that's cool to have. They've never had that, so that's pretty cool for them to be able to do that.
Well, we feel privileged. It's an honor, and it's a lot of fun. There's worse hobbies to have.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sure is. Well, folks, head coach Chuck Griffin, your Georgetown Eagles. We will be right back after this break here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, sponsored by Mesquite Creek Outfitters. Stick with us.
Live. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. Come enjoy a refreshing drink, a light menu, chat with friends, and maybe even shop a little bit. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday. The show is live at 6 p.m. at MCO.
Welcome back to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, sponsored by Mesquite Creek Outfitters. We are here with a young man whose teammates insisted that we interview him. Number 19 on your roster, number 1 in our hearts, safety Jack Kim. Jack, thanks for joining us, buddy.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate you being here. So I'm going to fill folks in a little bit, and I'll let you tell most of the story. You got injured very early in the season, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're a senior, so you're not going to be able to play this season. Pretty
Yes,
significant
sir.
injury.
Yep.
Talk about what happened, and as much as you want or as little as you want, and what your role has become now with the whole stinking team looking at you.
Well, injury happened Wednesday practice a few weeks ago. I was running. Knee just gave out on me, ACL torn. You know how it is.
No, I don't. It's never happened to me.
Yeah. Well, now my team really needs me just to be out there, be a role player, be around, just emotional support and stuff like that.
What's the recovery time on that? Have you had surgery? Are you going to have surgery soon, or what's that look like?
I'm having surgery on the 12th. It's about a 6-month recovery time, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you've grown up in Georgetown, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you went through middle school, probably at Forbes or Benold.
Benold,
Benold,
yeah.
and then was on all the teams, and then senior year. That's,
It's all right.
yeah.
It has to have been a little disappointing to get hurt your senior year, right?
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to shift from being an active player on the team to basically like helping coach and cheer these guys on and just that different role?
Well, about a few days after when I started coming back, I realized, it's kind of over for me. I got to give what I can, and do what I have to do.
And as the year progresses and goes on, I'm sure there's surgery in your future and all that, and we hope and pray only the best for that surgery. What lies in the future for Jack Kim?
Going to college, seeing what I can do there, having fun.
Picked a college yet?
Not yet, sir.
What are you
No.
looking at?
Hawaii.
Okay.
There's worse
right.
places.
So
yeah.
we're all going to see Jack in college. And Aloha,
Yep,
University of Hawaii.
sir.
It could be worse places.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Absolute worst places. So Friday, the Eagles are taking on the Leander Lions over at Bible Stadium in Leander, Texas. What are you expecting to see out of your teammates?
I expect them to kill them. I don't think they're going to do anything on offense. And I think, our offense going to get tutties every day, you feel me?
Hey, these guys have become turnover machines on defense
Yes,
now,
sir.
right? Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Jack, I appreciate you joining us for a little bit. Any
Yep.
shout-outs before we cut you loose?
I want to shout out Death Row Defense, Eagles Offense, Noah Boris, Braden Boff, Diesel McAnally, Noah Boris, and Yvonne Espinoza.
Outstanding. Well, Jack, thanks for joining us, bud. Appreciate it,
Sir.
folks. 19,
Nice
Jack
to
Kim.
Nice to meet you.
Your Eagle defense. We'll take another break. We'll be right back with one more interview. Stick with us here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, sponsored by Mesquite Creek Outfitters.
Mesquite Creek Outfitters is located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. Come enjoy a refreshing drink, a light menu, chat with friends, and maybe even shop a little bit. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday. Show us live at 6 p.m. at MCO.
Welcome back to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, sponsored by Mesquite Creek Outfitters, 704 South Austin Avenue in beautiful downtown Georgetown. Please go by and see the good folks over at MCO. Great time, great place. They've got some a light menu, some beverages, some shopping that you can do. And I try to keep my wife out of there, but not always successful because They got some nice clothes, but we welcome to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, number 80 on the roster, Caden Tarosian, wide receiver for your Georgetown Eagles. Caden, thanks for joining us, bud.
No problem. Thank y'all.
So, Caden, talk about how this year has unfolded for you.
It's been going great. We're undefeated in district. That's always good to see, and I'm just ready for what's next.
As the season started, you're junior or senior?
Senior.
Your senior year comes along, and now you start to anticipate it before the season starts. What were you looking for, and how has that panned out so far?
I was just looking for, enjoying my senior year, having fun with all my brothers, and just seeing. I'm looking for state victory. That's what I'm looking for.
Outstanding. Love to hear it. It's been a successful season. You're not technically labeled a starter, but you have played quite a bit out there. Talk about the challenges that you've had this season.
Well, mostly it's just seeing if we can score enough points for me to go in. That's about it.
Well, this week is interviews for people that the players wanted to see interviewed, and that speaks to you, and that speaks to Jack and the relationship that you have. Talk about that relationship that this team has for this Eagle team this year. How close are you guys?
Well, we've all been playing for 4 years now, so we're all very close together. And I'd say it's one of my goals to bring everybody together and make sure everybody has all the energy.
So you grew up here in Georgetown?
Yes, sir, from Benold.
Benold, there you go.
And Ford Elementary.
There you go. Local Georgetown.
Yeah, it's like on Monday Night Football.
Yes, sir.
Caden Tarosian, Ford Elementary.
Yes, sir.
It's fantastic. Got the whole, as the fight song says, hail, hail, the gang is all here.
Yes, sir.
You've got a Leander team coming up that on paper you look like, well, it should be an easy game, but they got some athletes out there. So what are you looking for this week in the Leander game?
Well, I know they like to switch it up and that they try to make it hard on us, but I think the preparation that we put in, it's going to be an easy game.
So,
Yup.
all right, Leander folks, just tune out for the rest of just don't pay any attention to what's going on. I'm a uniform geek, so that white, blue, white, that was pretty sharp.
It really was.
That was awesome. How fun is it whenever the coach unveils some new uniform, new helmet, new combo?
It was really unexpected, and it was like one of the most hype experiences I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
He was just talking about how we're about to retire the blue helmets, and then we had Garrett and Mason walk in with the new uniforms. It was crazy.
So y'all had no idea.
We had no idea.
That's awesome.
I don't think they knew until like the last second.
Y'all like the white helmet? That's sharp. Hey, y'all do a uniform geek a favor, and somewhere down the road, go white, white, white. Just go icy white.
College Station.
Ooh,
College Station.
sweet. That's awesome.
Nice.
I'm such a uniform geek. I'll donate to the cause, see if I can get one of those blue helmets when they get rid of them.
Yeah.
Those are awesome too. Any shout outs before we let you go?
Shout out Michael Valenta, happy birthday, and shout out Chance Kelly and Yvonne Espinoza.
Michael Valenta, come up here, man. Where is he? Oh, he hit birthday cake.
Yeah, he got birthday cake.
We forgot too. What plans after?
Oh yeah, after high school. What you got? You going to the University of Hawaii?
No, not Hawaii, but I'll probably just go to Texas State or something like that.
Lamar, in Beaumont, Harvard on the Natchez.
Yeah, probably Harvard.
Yeah, you ever been to Beaumont?
No, sir.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Oh, it's awful. I grew up there. Just hot. Good Cajun food, though.
Got you.
All right. Do your shout outs again.
Shout out Mike Valenta, happy birthday, Alex Gwynn, Xavier Warren.
Folks, Caden Tarosian, T-Row as they call him. Caden, thanks for joining us,
Thank you
buddy.
for having me.
Folks, we will be right back on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, sponsored by Mesquite Creek Outfitters.
Mesquite Creek Outfitters is located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. Come enjoy a refreshing drink, a light menu, chat with friends, and maybe even shop a little bit. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday. The show is live at 6 p.m. at MCO.
quick score update from Doppler Dave because he's looking at the scoreboard. I'm not.
The start of the fourth quarter, 49-28. Your Eagles lead, so they're doing pretty well. We'll switch back and forth here and there between the cameras.
All right. Well, we welcome to the Mesquite Creek Outfitters Eagle Nation Coaches Show, Vice President of something.
I don't know.
So Jimmy Warren from the Booster Club to give us an update on what's going on with the Booster Club. Jimmy, what's happening?
Man, everything's good. Everything's good. A lot of volunteer help. A lot of good eating.
Yeah.
So everything's good.
Yeah,
everything's good.
Man, this community.
Got the helmets, new helmets.
Those
man.
are sweet.
Yeah. You like those?
Oh man,
No,
those
those
are
are pretty
sweet.
awesome.
Did you get one for me?
I did.
Okay.
It's a miniature version.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
It's a picture of the miniature version.
I'll take that too. That was a good looking uniform. I saw Coach's reveal and I got all giddy and excited.
That's awesome. It was awesome.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
This community really rallies around this school. Eastview community rallies around their school. Talk about the parent involvement with the Booster Club and how much of a difference that really makes.
It makes a huge difference. I mean, all the parents getting involved week in, week out. I mean, we need a lot of volunteers. Volunteers concession stands every Thursdays for the JV games and freshman games, either way. Merchandise sales. I mean, we need volunteers every week, Thursday and Fridays, volunteer for that. Tailgating, you want to come help cook, things like that. Getting set up for tailgate before the games. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities.
Well, what a lot of people don't understand is the Booster Club is not just for varsity high school football. Y'all supply stuff even down at the middle school level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because a couple of years ago, y'all supplied some new weights for the middle school down there, and y'all supply stuff for all of the GHS football programs, including the feeders from the middle school.
Yeah, the feeders are huge. I mean, those guys need to have the top-notch equipment to, help out because they're going to be on varsity. So,
So, tailgate this week in Leander, where's it at?
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh, outstanding.
I just got in here late, and
Okay.
I just showed up. I can't remember.
They mentioned it at the meeting on Monday night, and I'm drawing a blank.
I know.
Of course.
Me too.
There-
Me too. This
so
is bad.
just drive around
Kevin's right
Leander
there.
area.
Kevin's right there. I can ask him.
Yeah. Okay. Where's the tailgate? The tailgate.
That's
Republic
it.
Kitchen. That's
Republic
right.
Kitchen.
Oh, Ronald Reagan?
Republic Kitchen off Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
See, I had it.
Yeah, that's not far from my house. I like that place.
Yeah.
The highest technology first responder broadcasting can bring you.
Yeah. The sponsorship money has helped pay for me the ability to yell across the track in the most 2023 way possible. So,
Goodness.
yeah.
I'm not the detail-oriented guy on the group. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Me either.
He's
we're
in Vegas
we're
right now.
fortunate this works tonight. But it seems to be
Yeah.
working just fine.
Yeah.
So, any message to the folks out there related to what's coming up this season?
No. I mean, come out and be loud. Come support the Eagles
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday nights.
We always appreciate folks tuning in and watching us on YouTube, but we would honestly prefer you come out to the stadium and help support this team.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I think the storms are going to be coming through tonight between about 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. So tomorrow night, Thursday night, it's going to be great down at Bible. The weather's going to be beautiful. It's going to be cooler, less humid. Perfect night for football. And then, of course, Saturday and Sunday is amazing with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. But once that cold front moves through early morning,
Be beautiful.
we're golden,
Yeah.
I think, for tomorrow evening. So there's no excuse. Come out,
Yep.
watch the game, and,
Oh, yeah.
watch our broadcast tomorrow or
We-
Friday.
We are excited. Bible Stadium in Leander, Texas, Thursday night, 7 p.m. kickoff. Our pregame will begin at 6:15-ish. We always have to.
Got to throw that out there.
Something
Something will go wrong.
Something go wrong, but we'll get it fixed, get it figured out.
Yeah.
Come out, support your Eagles. If you can't, tune in on YouTube. It will be live and free of charge thanks to our sponsors like Mesquite Creek Outfitters who help us keep these broadcasts live. And if you have friends who have high schoolers anywhere in Central Texas, talk to them, and there's probably a pretty good chance they're going to have to pay to watch their high school. But our sponsors, including the Booster Club, which they are a sponsor of our broadcast, they sponsor our drive summary, help keep it free. So if you can, go to those sponsors and spend your money there because they are putting it back into the community and helping us keep these broadcasts free. Jimmy, appreciate you, buddy. It's always good to see you, man.
Yeah, good.
And
appreciate it.
thanks for feeding us like y'all do, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
We appreciate it.
Hey, next tailgate, you're going to like it.
Oh, what is it?
I'm not saying anything yet. I'm just saying.
Gotta stay tuned.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Well, it's going to be cool enough this weekend. I'm making chicken and sausage gumbo. So
There you go.
I'll be watching Texas OU eating chicken and sausage gumbo. So I'm excited about it. Folks, Jimmy Warren with the Eagle Football Booster Club. We appreciate all y'all do, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you.
What all y'all do.
Folks, one last break. We'll come back and wrap up here at the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, brought to you by Mesquite Creek Outfitters, 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown. We'll be right back.
Mesquite Creek Outfitters is located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. Come enjoy a refreshing drink, a light menu, chat with friends, and maybe even shop a little bit. Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday. Show is live at 6 p.m. at MCO.
Well, we welcome you back to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, brought to you by Mesquite Creek Outfitters, 704 South Austin Avenue. Go visit the good folks over there at Mesquite Creek. Go visit all of our sponsors who help make these broadcasts free. Tune in tomorrow night if you can't make it over to AC Bible Junior Stadium in Leander, Texas. 7 o'clock kickoff. Then tune into YouTube and watch our broadcast. 6:15 pregame, 7 o'clock kick. And Eagles trying to go 3-0 in district play against the Leander Lions tomorrow night. Dave, final thoughts before we cut folks loose?
I think weather's going to be great. We can't wait to see everybody out there. Let's get out there, be loud, and support these young student athletes, and then just watch our broadcast on Friday.
Well, folks, we are excited. Again, Wally Harmons and Jerry Ann, our producer, are headed as we speak to Las Vegas. Wally's playing in the softball law enforcement softball tournament out there. And he plays in that game annually, or in that tournament annually. So this is his annual one-miss game. And I do want to say, folks, I wasn't able to be here last week. I wasn't able to be at the game Friday. We had a death in the family, very unexpected death in the family. And so many of you kind folks have reached out and sent your sympathies to me and my family in the times of tragedy that we've had this year. And from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. It means the world to me and my family, so we thank you for that, Eagle Nation. All right, Dave, for David England, Wally Harmon in absentia, Jerry Ann Harmon in absentia, I'm Kelly DeVoll, and this is First Responder Broadcasting presentation of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, brought to you by Mesquite Creek Outfitters. Folks, thanks for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow night. Eagle fight never dies.